Ms. Mazzurato, why do our customers never return to our properties?
Interesting question, and I have to say it's also a very interesting answer. Unfortunately, a lot of hoteliers and a lot of people working in the hospitality industry, they do not know exactly what is the exact reasons that our customers, they do not return back to our premises. And when we say premises, we mean restaurants, spas, coffee shops, any kind of hospitality industry, a cruise ship, a hotel. Let's don't narrow it down only to hotels and to restaurants. Unfortunately, and that goes for the strategic vision that we were discussing, unfortunately, they do not know that the number one reason that customers are not returning back to our promises is because they are dissatisfied with the service that we gave them. So, let me reverse now the question to the group and to the audience. How important is customer service for the survival and the overall success of a company if you do not offer customer service? It doesn't matter how great the tower that you have looks. It doesn't matter how luxurious the cruise ship that you have it is. It doesn't matter how well known the grand chef that you have it is. If the overall customer service that you are providing to your clients is not enough, they will never return back to your premises. So as an owner, as a hospitality professional, you shouldn't only look about windows, about desks, about beds, about flowers, and about nice swimming pools. You should look for the intangible product that we're discussing, and this is the reason of this seminar, the customer service. You have to understand the importance of people never returning back to your company because they are dissatisfied with the customer service that you have provided to them. A lot of hoteliers, they think that the reasons that a lot of the customers they're not coming back, it's because they are attracted by their competitors or because they change destinations. That's true. There are also two more reasons that people are not coming back to our premises, but that are secondary reasons. The first and most important reason is that they are not satisfied with something that we gave to them. Restaurant owners, coffee shop owners, let's talk in general in hospitality industry people, they do not understand the value and the significant that the number one reason have is for guests not returning back to our properties. And that reason is that those guests were not satisfied with our service. It wasn't the chairs, it wasn't the swimming pool, it wasn't the bed that it was the actual number one reason that they didn't come to our premises. It was the actual service that we offered to them. And how important is this now for us as people working in the hospitality industry to understand how important customer service is on our daily operations? At the end of the day, the customer will not appreciate only the nice sunbeds and the nice chairs and the nice desks that we have offered him. He will evaluate overall our performance and especially our customer service. So the number one reason, to be clear for everybody, the number one reason that our guests, they do not return back to our stores and to our properties is that they are dissatisfied with the customer service that we have offered them. Of course, there are other reasons of a high importance, but not such a high importance as a customer service. The other reasons may include that they are attracted by our competitors. So at the same time we want to attract a client, the hotel next to us launches a nice Easter promotion, so they attract our competitors, or they change destinations. They came this year to Elunda, next year they will decide to go to Turkey or to Italy. Those are also important reasons that we need to take under consideration when we are making a strategic vision. But the number one reason that we should never forget is that they do not return because they are not satisfied with the kind of a service that we offer them. And that leads us to understand how important is the superior, the A-class customer service in hospitality industry in order to retain clients and to retain high profits for our premises.
I'm wondering if guests appreciate small gestures.
Of course, and this is a very nice question. Guests do value small gestures, and how do they value them? We discussed a little bit earlier about the importance of surprising, wow, the guest. So, stories of excellent customer service will bring in your properties more business than any marketing tool. You can advertise as hard as you want, but the same result that a small surprise birthday cake will do in the room for one of your clients, you will not have it with any kind of marketing tool and advertisement. Remember always that we need to provide an individualized experience for our guests and make them feel special and unique. Guests who feel special and they are emotionally connected with us, they tend to visit back again and again our premises. Also, what we all need to remember, don't see our guests just like room numbers or just table numbers. You should always remember the name of your customer. You should always remember the stories, as we said, the name of the father, mother, husband, wife, and do not call them as per the guest who stays in the suite number 316. No. Or please serve the guest that is sitting in table number 15. No. Always remember the guest by their names, emotionally connect with them, remember the stories, and give them experiences that will remember and that will make them return back to your property. Guests, I'm repeating, who feel special and not just a room or table number, they tend to feel like valued guests. They are returning for more experiences, and therefore they are creating for you, for us, for the hospitality industry, the solid base of our returning clientele, thus profits, money. Guests, I have also to admit to you, they will always remember and value small gestures, and they will always remember how you made them feel. It doesn't matter what you advertise to them on your portal. It doesn't matter what you are writing to them on the cards. But what you really care for, if you really cared for them, if you really make a small gesture that created them a long-lasting memory, they will never forget how you made them feel. So of course, small gestures, small surprises are really important. And I have to add here that it doesn't have to be something expensive. It doesn't have, as I said before, to have an effect on our payroll or in our budget. Small things, a small flower that you might cut from your hotel garden, a small plate of soup that you might send in a room for a customer that he doesn't feel very well, and you hear it at his voice during the phone. A small magazine that you might leave him in the restaurant while he's waiting for his lunch. Small things make the differences. And of course clients appreciate, and as we said, they emotionally connect with you, they remember that you value them, and they return it back to your property as a solid base of returning clientele.
And how do you emotionally connect with your guests?
Nice. So, emotional connection, it is said by the name. It is emotional. And why it is emotional? Because we sell emotions, we sell experiences, we sell dreams, we sell overall experiences for our guests. So in order to emotionally connect with the guest, we said earlier that you need to start with smiling, a warm welcome, a true story, showing them authenticity, showing them that you really care for them, and also ensure that all the 7 pillars that we discussed earlier about the authenticity, the intuition, the empathy, be your guest hero, the delight, the delivery, and the initiative are all kept, these 7 key segments are all kept throughout the whole procedure inside your property. It is very, very important that you listen carefully to your guest comments and requests. Don't you ever leave your shift or your restaurant or your hotel with having a client complain or telling you something without taking a golden opportunity to do something about it. Be enthusiastic and be pleased to help. As we said earlier, be their personal hero. Be aware of general information that you need to know around the hotel. Most of the time, statistically, a lot of hotel guests, they are asking where we should go to watch the theater or where there is a nice shop to buy some local products. And a lot of times, most of the employees, they don't know what or where to direct the client. So be aware of general information and events that they are happening around your property. Seek for those golden moments. This is what we said, gold moment. It is the moment that you realize that you can offer gold customer service. At all times during your shift, you should look for opportunities to offer this gold customer service. So seek out opportunities to help other guests. Seek out opportunities when you have guests with special needs. This is an excellent opportunity for us to offer a gold customer service. Actively greet and actively address children with their names. As we said, do not remember your guests with table or room numbers. Always remember the first and last name. And this comes also for all of us. Imagine yourself being a client in a restaurant, that you will be visiting this restaurant again and again, and although you are a good customer, they never seem to remember your name. How would that make you feel? Special? Valued? No. This is the true story behind remembering the guests with their stories, with their first names and with their last names. An important customer is always known with a name, not with a room or a table number. Take at any time and at any cost corrective action. If guest is not satisfied with the accommodation or with the service that we provided to them, find a solution. This is our job. We are hoteliers. We should find solutions to provide to the guest superior customer service. When the guest comes in front of your desk and says, I'm sorry, I don't like my room, I'm sorry, I didn't enjoy my meal, you are there to make sure to find a solution, inform the management and take corrective actions in order to turn it around. And I'm going to ask now the audience, why it is important to take a bad impression and turn it around to a positive impression? Because as we said, the first and the last impressions are the ones that our clients will remember. And if we want to have steady clientele, we have to make sure that the first and last impression will be perfect. So if he comes around with a complaint, you need to make sure that he doesn't leave your property with a complaint. And it is your chance as a hospitality professional to take this opportunity, solve the problem, exceed the guest expectation, and turn the whole situation around. And last but not least, we have said that also in our previous discussion, always maintain a professional look, a professional attitude, always meet your guest, around the premises, greet him, and don't you ever forget the rule of 10 to 5. And what would we mean by the rule 10 or 5 is in any property that we are working, when we see a client at around 10 meters distance, we are obliged to do a direct, warm eye contact with him. So you do not avoid clients walking around the reception. You do not avoid clients waiting to be served in your restaurant. You always actively looking for them to make direct eye contact at 10 meters distance. Then, when you are able to come closer than 5 meters to the guest, you are again obliged to offer a warm greeting. Hello, thank you for selecting our restaurant. Nice to see you back at our spa. Hope you enjoyed your room. Thank you very much for visiting our hotel. So the rule of 10 to 5 is a major rule in the hospitality industry. At 10 meters you make a radar and direct eye contact with the guest. At 5 meters you offer him because it's not his obligation, it is your obligation as a hospitality professional to offer him an appropriate and warm welcome greeting.
How do you emotionally connect with?
We said that again. Next time.
Why is it important to genuinely connect with your guests?
We said on our previous questions that what makes us special in the hospitality industry is that we do not sell tangible products. And we said it again and again that we are here to fulfill dreams, to fulfill experiences. to offer spa, massages, nice gourmet restaurants, nice gourmet taste. So it is important to emotionally connect with your guests, because if you don't connect with emotions, you cannot serve their emotions. This is the key out of hospitality industry that everybody needs to remember. If you don't connect on their emotions, you will never make it to offer them and fulfill their emotions and their experience. So everything comes down to the first rule that we have discussed, authenticity, being a true, genuine, good person in your heart, a person that enjoys service and that enjoys other people to being serviced by him. If we don't have this quality inside of us, we are in the wrong business. We don't do for hoteliers. We are not good enough to be hospitality professionals.
Mm-hmm. Is there a correlation between increasing our profits and increasing the guest satisfaction index?
Of course, we said it before. Guest satisfaction index is directly connected with repeating guests. Repeating guests means great increase in profits, meaning a steady base of clientele and a safety net of our property that every year with our customer service, with the talk of the mouth, as we said, people will go around and they will advertise our services, they will advertise the way our staff is helping them, and they will create memorable, remember this word, it's very important, memorable moments for your guests, thus more profits for our company. Always, as we said, remember your names of your clients, not their room numbers. They will become your revenue stabilizers. Think as your potential repeaters, the revenue stabilizers. Mm-hmm. In order to do that, you need to emotionally connect with them. And of course, you need to inspire your team members to be passionate and authentic. The formula for success is the passionate personal customer service. Incorporating your passion into your daily service, that will help you to go your standards above and beyond. Passion and positive attitude doesn't go unnoticed by our clients. They will appreciate your motivation and your dedication. They will return back to your properties, and they will be your repeaters and your safety net and your revenue stabilizer.
Mm-hmm. So, Ms. Pigimatouratou, I believe you cover all my questions, and I would like to thank you very much for presenting to us guestology and customer service. As a conclusion, what would you like to say for after this seminar?
Thank you for inviting me here to speak for such an important reason as the customer service, because being in the hospitality industry for so many years, I really do think that the baseline of all the things that we offer and we do for our clients is the mentality of guestology that we first analyze at the beginning. And the second thing that we all need to remember is that our guest satisfaction index is totally directed with our profits of our companies. So hospitality, guest satisfaction and increasing profits is a win-win situation for all of us. And we should never forget that a happy customer is a returning customer, and a returning customer is the one who pays the salaries and the ones who makes the success of our property.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure. Thank you.